I'm going to be straight up with you. I debated on whether I was going to shoot this video or not, but it just kept sticking in my head, and I couldn't shake the feeling that this could be pivotal in your life. A lot of guys won't even click on this video because they feel like they know what I'm about to say and they don't want to hear it, and I get that. Maybe you too are going in with your own assumptions of what I'm going to say now. But just hold on for a couple of minutes. I'm going to share my story and why I really do believe that this could be game-changing for you. But first, let's talk about what a lot of guys do. They get out of high school, or maybe even in high school, they start dating around, right? One girl after another, maybe 3, 4 relationships even, and they seek these relationships, not primarily because they're looking towards the future or building a life with this woman, but it's out of loneliness. I don't want to be alone. It's comparison. Okay, well, everyone else has a girlfriend. It's lust. Well, I want to be physical with a woman, so this is my opportunity to be that. Or it's fear of being alone. Like, I don't want to be left behind and left alone. I'm scared that I'm unlovable or I'm unattractive, I'm undesirable, and I don't want to be left behind. The truth is, you may be believing a very common lie that is detrimental to how you approach relationships. Here's the lie. If I take a step back, then I'm going to miss out on the person that God has for me. What that lie creates is a panic and a desperation. It pushes us to settle in relationships that actually aren't good because we don't want to end up alone and we don't want to miss out on that person. It's FOMO in the form of relationships, fear of missing out. Dating apps and hookup culture have capitalized on this because you're constantly going from one swipe to another person to another person because you're scared about missing out on this other person that could be better. You're scared of missing out on an opportunity or a relationship that might not come again. The second a pretty girl shows you attention, all of a sudden they become your life because your sense of confidence and security is found in the acceptance, approval, and affection of a woman. This causes us guys to be perpetually distracted. We haven't developed an actual vision or mission for our life because we're too concerned with not missing out on a potential relationship or a potential girl that might be interested in us. And yet when we get in these relationships, we don't know how to lead, we don't know where to lead because we didn't really think about it. It's just about getting the girl and not feeling alone. Let me paint a picture for you. I was 18 years old and I had just graduated from high school. I was looking into, what I wanted to do next. I really wasn't sure, but my dad was like, hey, you know what? You should go to university, expand your horizons, as he would always say, and just try it out, see what sticks. And so I went there and it was okay, but I didn't really, early on, I knew I wasn't going to stay very long. I just had this urge and a restlessness that I was supposed to be doing something else. During that time, there was a girl that I was interested in, but at that point, I was kind of set on I need to figure out my life before I would pursue anything, but I definitely was interested. Flash forward a few months, I had dropped out of university. I was living with my parents. I was looking to fix up one of their old rooms in their basement that I could create a YouTube studio / my bedroom. In doing this, I stripped everything down. I was putting up new drywall, new flooring. I didn't grow up doing stuff like this, so it was a big stretch for me to learn how to do this different stuff, but I was managing. Then all of a sudden, I got a text from her, and she invited me to her young adults group. And I thought, wow, this is crazy. I had been kind of interested in her, and so this is maybe an opportunity to get to know her better. Who knows what could transpire from this? Maybe nothing, but maybe this could mean something. But after thinking about it for probably a few hours, honestly, I was looking around and I'm like, man, I've torn all this stuff down out of the basement area here. I have a lot of work to do in building this back up. And it gave me an analogy for my life, honestly. In that moment, I was like, I have so much more, not only physical building to do, but emotional and spiritual building to do. I was not in a place that would even be something that I should pursue. And I knew that in that moment. So I could say that it was a tough decision, but actually it was a pretty easy decision. At the time, I had no job and I was trying to fix up this basement to start my YouTube ministry. There wasn't a lot going for me at this point, and I just felt like any distraction was going to be a detriment to what I was trying to build and accomplish. You can see how buying into the lie that we're going to miss out on the person that God has for us, or we're going to end up alone, can cause you so much distraction and pain and throw wrenches into the mission that you're trying to accomplish. If every time a girl gave me attention, I strayed from my mission, off my path, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. And more so, I wouldn't have been able to invite my now wife into what I'm doing now. What I found is the answer to this lie is trusting God. And it's not just a surface level trust, but it's a trust in his character, that he is good, that maybe he's not going to bring me the person and bring the person into my life when I want in my timing, but I can trust that even still he is good and his timing is good. This is why I want to make this video, because I believe that some guys need to just forget girls for now, and they need to develop a vision for their life. Where do you want your life to go? What do you want it to look like? What matters to you? Write that down. Get a piece of paper literally right now. Pause this video and write out your 3 to 5 year plan of what you want your life to look like spiritually, emotionally, physically, relationally, with your church, with your family, with your friends. Write it down. Write down the skills you want to develop, where you want to start, and how you're going to start learning them. There was 2 kind of popular ideas that I've seen on social media that connect really well, honestly. It's this idea of going monk mode and the lonely years. Now, monk mode is kind of just honing in, pushing out distractions, maybe for a few months, 6 months, a year, and working really hard, hunkering down on what you're working towards, where maybe that's a business or a mission or a nonprofit or something like that. The lonely years, from what I have deduced, is the concept that, there comes a time in a man's life where he can't be the social butterfly and out doing all sorts of other things, but he needs to focus in on what he's working towards. I'd summarize these 2 ideas in the concept of locking in, like locking in with your relationship with God, locking in with other brothers around you, locking into your mission and your plan, and not straying from that, being consistent in that until you come up with another plan. Here's what I want you to agree to. You've made it this far in the video, so you can take this. For the next 6 months, I want you to lock in, and I want you to take risks. I want you to take calculated risks. One of the things that becomes more challenging when you're in a relationship, or maybe even married, you have a family, is taking risks, because there's a lot more risk to those risks, right? Because you're providing for them as well. But as a single guy, forget girls for now. Take risks and lock in. I wonder if you can give me 6 months of pure focus. Build your faith. Build your friends, build skills. This isn't about becoming rich or successful. It's about having consolidated focus on growing as a man, preparing for what's next. There will be things that will come up that will try to distract you and pull you off course. And trust me, I've made a lot of mistakes, but this is one of those things that I stumbled into, is this consolidated focus when I was a single man. And I'm still kind of reaping the fruit and the benefit of it now as a married man years later. There will come a time when you pursue a woman, but for now, we build, we grow, we bond together. If you want to join our men's community, join the Kindred Brothers Club on Patreon. It would be an amazing blessing to have you on there, be a part of our weekly video calls and our men's only chat. I'd love to see you on there. Thanks for watching, fellas, and until next time, keep pursuing the mission.